it's finals day here at Stena Match Cup Sweden, stage 3 of the Alpari World Match Racing Tour, and the semi-finals are very tightly poised here today at 1 apiece. We've got Bjorn Hansen and Ian Williams, a repeat of last year's final there, 1-1. Also Phil Robertson of Walker Racing, and also Peter Gilmore of Yanmar Racing, 1-1 at the moment, Peter, and it's all to play for.
Oh, it certainly is. It's you know, I think the yesterday was just more practice, ending up 1-1 in the semi-finals. I think both of us would have liked to have gone in today in a stronger position at a 2-0 scoreline, but such is life. Look, I think it's you know, it's a southerly wind across the course today, which is certainly a lot more difficult, but there's lots of opportunities, and you know, the race will never be over until we cross the finish line. So it'll be an interesting one.
It seemed that everybody just upped their game yesterday. Everyone doing some brilliant racing out there. Do you think that this is going to be really hard to decide who will be in the final?
Yeah, I think it will be. I think this is a very, you know, the top 4 from the round robin, I think, ended up in the top 4 in the into the going from the quarterfinals to the semi-finals. So it certainly is the best of the crop out there right now, and look, it's a difficult one to determine. Will come down, I think, to probably most likely to see who gets the best position off the start line and can develop some momentum from there.
But Peter, you've won here more than anyone else. You know what it's like, this course, more than anybody. Is that giving you extra advantage?
Well, I think the simple fact that what you said, that we've been here before, we've been in this situation of semi-finals, and we know that, you know, the crowd, the sort of the building pressure of of today, what it brings, and so, you know, we feel pretty comfortable about that, and I think that sometimes that can play on the minds of others, so let's wait and see.
Well, one thing is for sure, thank you very much, Peter, there will be a brand new winner here for Stena Match Cup Sweden 2012. We'll find out who that is, but first let's wrap up what happened in the semi-finals.
Phil Robertson still must be above that boat lay line.
Full speed.
Going towards the start now, though. Yanmar Racing still in control of the start. A masterclass in how to use the rocks from Peter Gilmore and Yanmar Racing.
Up you go! Up you go! Up you go! Come on! Up! Up! Keep going up! Keep going up!
But here, in the final stages of this restart, Phil Robertson able to dive to leeward.
Trim for speed. We're going to get a penalty here.
That's a double!
Sorry?
There's 2.
East for speed. What is it? Okay. Speed build.
So Peter Gilmore caught out in the final stages. He's now got 2 penalties. The umpire deciding he gained an advantage from that. Too significant that they want to make sure that he's behind.
Okay. Do the first.
So we're going to say Peter Gilmore here turning down.
Speed build. Speed build.
Into the penalty.
Okay. Second one down. We've crossed the centre line. We've crossed the centre line. We've crossed the centre line.
It's nice there.
Come on, that's badgering.
Oh, you're getting bullied, guys.
Peter Gilmore there.
Okay.
Very controversial decision by the umpires, deciding to take down the second penalty because he crossed the line of Phil Robertson.
We've got the lead, so.
Let's just see, so I think it's going to lift in.
Here we see as Yanmar Racing roll onto starboard.
Come on!
He's able to orchestrate an inside overlap.
Speed build.
Peter Gilmore executing his placement perfectly at the top of that beat, getting an inside position on Phil Robertson. That expansive style and smooth sailing coming to haunt the young New Zealander as he sheds his lead into the top of the beat. Phil Robertson always very relaxed, very casual, very smooth. He can be expansive, but another way of saying expansive is perhaps a little strategically lazy, and there that really coming back to haunt him. There we can hear Phil Robertson.
No, that was completely my fault, man. So sorry.
We're going to have to get our head in the game, and I think he's right.
I mean, to me, it felt like a classic case of Peter Gilmore bullying you guys and you saying what you guys should do, and you did it. So, I mean, you've got to have your head in the game. You know, you've got to be talking about that. Is he doing it as immediate penalty now? No. Should have been your call. Like, immediate to me is straight away, not attack and a jibe around my stern after. Yeah. Okay. So you owe me a penalty. Well, it cost me a match, so in a semi-final.
So we have our two finalists and two very experienced tour card holders on the Alpari World Match Racing Tour. Bjorn Hansen and Peter Gilmore, congratulations to you both. Let's start with you, Bjorn. First of all, this is your home regatta and you're in the final. You were here last year. Are you hoping that you can go that one extra this time?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have sailed fantastically during the week, and of course we hope to go all the way, but we also know that we have a guy on the other side who has 7 inscriptions in the cup so far, so it's not going to be easy.
Second time in a row that you've beaten Ian Williams, and if you look back at the Korean Match Cup final as well, is it just a case of a bit of luck out there, a bit of tactical nous, or do you think that you've got the better of him going forwards?
I think it's definitely a bit of luck involved in it. It's always like that, but it seems to be like the more you practice, the more luck you get. So it might have something to do with a little bit of practice too. But no, it's always tough matches with Ian, and this time we just were a little bit better.
Peter, Phil Robertson's a tough contestant and he won at Match Race Germany, so he was quite difficult to overcome, I guess, out there, but you managed to do it.
Yeah, I think so. I think we got the double penalty in that first start, and Phil made a little bit of mistake tacking and allowed us to rub the second one of the double penalty off as we were doing our first penalty. So that basically gave us a bit of a break in that first race and brought us back into the competition. But no, they were certainly. We expected them to give no quarter and take no quarter kind of thing, and so we worked really hard on trying to win those races.
We mentioned at the start of the day, and I alluded to the fact that your experience here might pay dividends, and then here we are with yourself and Bjorn, who've raced here many, many times. Do you think that helped?
Well, I certainly do. I think you need to understand the conditions and have a general sort of thought for what is likely to happen on the day. As Bjorn mentioned, there is a certain amount of randomness which can be construed to be luck or whatever you like to call it. But if you understand that randomness and try to work with it rather than work against it, it can work in your favour.
We'll have to see what random acts occur in the final. We'll be going out onto the water then to see how these two duel and match up and battle it out to become the winner of the Stena Match Cup Sweden 2012.
Here we go, we're going to have a split tack start. Peter Gilmore is getting what he wanted, I think. He took the lead. He's dialing in towards the left. I think that's probably the better of the two starts.
Having to tack off the start line like Bjorn Hansen did there. Advantage Peter Gilmore here.
So as both boats track up the beat, small edge to Yanmar Racing in this first pre-start of the final here at the Stena Match Cup.
Main out, Tom. Okay.
Both boats are coming together, and we can see there perhaps less than a boat length between the two as Yanmar Racing jibe onto the breeze of Bjorn Hansen as we come down into this finish. This perhaps the tensest area of the race so far. Yanmar Racing will be affected the breeze of Bjorn Hansen as we come down towards the bottom. There a luff from Bjorn Hansen. He's trying to force Peter Gilmore across. There's the luff. Strong communication from Bjorn Hansen, but he goes for the big luff. He comes back into the downwind. That's a green flag from the umpires, but Peter Gilmore, he is jibing across the front. There is another penalty. There's a yellow flag, so that is penalty on board Peter Gilmore. He is now going to have to try and shed a penalty in the dying moments of this race. So both boats now in the drop. We can see the pin. They are the wrong side of the finish line. Peter Gilmore in a strong position to try and hold Bjorn Hansen out here. It's all on for both boats. As Peter Gilmore turns up into the breeze, he has to complete a tack as his penalty, remember. So Peter Gilmore, he has to do a complete tack before finishing. Bjorn just has to finish, but it's Peter Gilmore that has the advantage of the position. Here goes Bjorn Hansen. He's turning down inside, he goes for steel balls. He is turning down inside, Yanmar Racing. We are going to see contact, I think. Bjorn Hansen perhaps not having water, that's certainly the opinion of Peter Gilmore, but Bjorn Hansen is in and through. The umpires are looking at this, it's complete chaos on the water. The umpires unsure what to do. Peter Gilmore, I think, gesticulating to the umpires.
Maybe the game was crossing.
So there goes Peter Gilmore, he now turns down.
Send the pin. You know, you need to,
I've seen that completion of the penalty from Peter Gilmore. I think the umpire's deciding somehow no incidents during that period, but utter chaos down at the pin. What a finale to that matchup between these two skippers.
The crowds have gathered for the prize-giving ceremony and they are applauding their winner, which we're about to find out who that is. Bjorn Hansen 1-0 up in that first match. He went to 2-0, but could he close out that final, win the Stena Match Cup Sweden 2012 and make it 3-0?
With 20 seconds to go, I think we will see Bjorn starting in that windward position, but for me, Peter Gilmore doing a better job of shutting down that start for Bjorn Hansen. Both boats right down by the pin before. There was a bit of pin bias, but this time Bjorn tacking onto port with far less space. It's going to be a very slow and crazy start for Bjorn Hansen. That's one tack, that's two, all in the dying moments of the pre-start. Yanmar Racing dialing for speed the whole way through the final 20 seconds, so it's them that shoot off this left-hand end of the line.
Yeah. I like the right.
I really like Bjorn Hansen's jibes and the way he's constructing his crew to move together.
Okay, driving.
I've been very, as you say, impressed with their sailing through the board. Perhaps one of the smoothest and strongest boat handling that we've seen. Yeah. Huge explosion of frustration again from Yanmar Racing and Peter Gilmore. They want that left-hand side. Bjorn Hansen, I think, coming in and forcing Peter to take this other mark. Peter's gutted, and it's all on again. And from a 2 to 3 boat length advantage, Yanmar Racing and Peter Gilmore.
What are we doing? We've really got to lift our eyes, Fred. This is critical now.
Across the castle top here at the Stena Match Cup. Consolations from Peter Gilmore to his crew. But it's Bjorn Hansen from Sweden that crosses the line to win the Stena Match Cup. The horns sound across the harbour, and rightly so. He is the champion. He sailed better than any other sailor here. The crews punch the air and they celebrate this win here of the Stena Match Cup. A historic year, a historic win. What a performance from skipper Bjorn Hansen.
Hansen and Mekonomen sailing team, the winners of Stena Match Cup 2012. They made it back-to-back wins and they also made amends for that loss to Ian Williams in 2011, beating Peter Gilmore 3-0. Bjorn, can I have a quick word on the evening show? Thank you for joining us. What a great day you've had and what a great tour you're having so far.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, especially to win in front of your home crowd. That's something you have dreamt of all your whole life, and it's been a fantastic week. I'm just so happy and looking forward to come back here again.
I can tell you're really made up, and this means a lot. I mean, there's thousands of people that have gathered in this crowd for this prize-giving ceremony even, and they've been here all week cheering you on. 2007, this is where you got your first tour win. It's a special place to you, Marstrand.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for every Swedish sailor, this is a special place. I mean, even if you're not contending, you're going here watching the racing, and you know that it's always very high level on the competition here because all the sailors from all around the world wants to come to Marstrand.
What did you think in that final when it was 2-0? Did you think you could, because Peter usually comes back, doesn't he?
He always comes back, so you can never feel safe. So even when we went around the last top mark in the final race, we were not sure to win the race for sure. But as I've said all the time, the guys are doing a fantastic job, and it's quite easy. I mean, when they're working so good, it keeps me quite calm, and I can do good things and bad things, and they always keep to push us back into the game. So yeah, all credit to them.
Well, I can assure you this is not a dream. You did win. Those are yours. The champagne's yours. The trophy's yours. Go and enjoy it.
Okay,
Go and enjoy it.
Thank
well done. Stena Match Cup Sweden winner Bjorn Hansen. What a day it's been all in all. And next up, it's Chicago. Thank you for watching. Keep across all the racing updates live via Twitter. It's at WMRT_live race updates and Facebook.com/World Match Racing, and we'll see you very soon. Bye bye.